Students, open your book on page number 2 for the lesson The Summer of the Beautiful White Horse. We shall take some more paragraphs of this lesson. I knew my cousin Murad enjoyed being alive more than anybody else who had ever fallen into the world by mistake. I knew my cousin Murad. He was well familiar about his cousin Murad. Who was familiar? Yes, narrator. Narrator was well familiar to his cousin Murad. Enjoyed being alive more than anybody else. He was more lively. Who was more lively? Full of life. So Murad was full of life. It was in the knowledge of narrator than anybody else who had ever fallen into the world by mistake. By mistake, by chance, whoever had born in this world more than anyone else, Murad was more lively, more full of life in comparison to others. But this was more than even I could believe. And that time what happened, it was more than he could believe. In the first place, my earliest memories had been memories of horses, and my first longings had been longings to ride. In the first place, in the first position, my earliest memories that he remembered earlier had been memories of horses. He always had the longings of horses, and my first longings had been longing to ride, and his first desire was, longing means desire, so his first desire was to ride on the back of horses. So his first desire was riding horses. This was the wonderful part. It was a wonderful part of his life. In the second place, we were poor. And second place, they were poor. Means there were two situations. They were poor, they could not afford for a horse. First, and second, they liked horse more than anything else. This was the part that could permit me to believe what I saw. And that was the part he was allowed to see what he saw out of his window. We were poor. We had no money. They were living in poverty and they had no more money to buy horses. Our whole tribe was poverty stricken. Not only they, whole of the race was suffering with poverty. Every branch of the Caroginian family was living in the most amazing and comical poverty in the world. Every branch of Caroginian family means all the families of Caroginian race was living in the most amazing and comical poverty. They were living in amazing the poverty that was surprising with extreme poverty and comical poverty in the world, though. Poverty that was full of fun in that world they were living. Nobody could understand where we ever got money enough to keep us with food in our bellies. No one knew how to earn money to eat food to fill the stomach. Belly means stomach. Not even the old men of the family. Even elderly people of the family also did not know how to earn money. Most important of all, though, we were famous for our honesty. And the most important thing of that family was that they were very honest. That family means that race. Which race? Caroginian race. Caroginian race was famous for their honesty. They were extremely honest. We had been famous for our honesty for something like 11 centuries. Even in the 11th centuries, as people were very honest, they were honest in the same way. Even when we had been the wealthiest family in what we liked to think was the world. Even when we had been the wealthiest family in those days, Earlier they were the most rich family. We like to think was the word. What we liked to think was the word. They liked to think that they were most rich family. We were proud first. First they were proud. They were the most rich family. Honest, next thing, they were very honest. And after that, we believed on right and wrong. And they had the faith about what? What is wrong and what is right. None of us would take advantage of anybody in the world, let alone steal. No one could fool him. Neither they tried to cheat, neither they tried to become dishonest, nor they wanted that they should be cheated by anyone else. Consequently, with the passing of time, even though I could see the horse, although the narrator could see the horse out of window, so magnificent, the horse was so attractive. Even though I could smell it, even he was so close to the horse that he could feel the smell of the horse. Who could smell? Yes, narrator could smell the horse because it was very close to him, just out of the window, very near to him. So when he rose from the bed. So what is the name of the narrator? Yes, very good. And who is Murad? Good. Murad is his cousin. We were proud first, honest next, and after that we believed in right and wrong. None of us would. So consequently, even though I could see the horse so magnificent, even though I could smell it so lovely, the horse was very lovely. Even though I could hear it breathing, he could listen the breathing of the horse also, because it was very near to him. So exciting. He was very excited seeing the horse, smelling the horse, and listening the breathing of the horse. I could not believe the horse had anything to do with my cousin Murad. He could not understand what was the relationship between the horse and Murad. Who is the Murad? Yes, already I have told you, his cousin, narrator's cousin. Or with me, or with any of the other members of the family. Means the horse did not belong to Murad, the horse did not belong to the narrator, the horse did not belong to their family. Then how the horse came, it was surprising for the narrator. Asleep or awake, he tried to know whether he was seeing the horse in dream or in real. And if he could not have bought it, he must have stolen it. So there he could find that horse out of two ways. Either he bought it or he had stolen it. And I refuse to believe he had stolen it, because the family was so honest, so he could not steal. And because they were so poor, so they could not buy it also. So no member of the Karuginian family could be a thief. Any of the Karuginian family could not become a thief. I stared first at my cousin and then at the horse. First, he looked steadily towards his cousin Murad, and then he turned his eyes towards the horse. And then what happened? There was a pious stillness and humor in each of them. There was a pious stillness, there was a holy silence, silence that was sacred, and humor and fun in each of them. When he saw the horse, when he saw his cousin Murad, he could not believe the horse with Murad. So it was full of fun for him, which on the one hand delighted me and on the other hand frightened me. Seeing the horse, he was very happy because he wanted to ride the horse. And another side, that he was fearful if he had stolen the horse. Murad, I said, narrator called him by his name, Murad. Where did you steal this horse? From where have you got this horse? Leap out of the window, he said, if you want to ride. Murad, his cousin, told him, just jump out of the window if you want to enjoy the riding of the horse. Don't ask any question, only to jump out of the window. So it was true. It was correct. Then he had stolen the horse. Stolen the horse. The horse was stolen because he could not buy the horse. There was no question about it. There was no question about it that he had not stolen. He had come to invite me to ride or not as I chose. He had come to invite me to ride or not. Whether he was interested, whether narrator was interested in riding the horse or not, he came to call him. He came to know about him, whether he was interested in riding the horse or not, as I chose. It depended on his selection. Thank you. We shall discuss other paragraphs in next video.